All right, so in this one, we're going to take a look at naming congruent parts of congruent triangles. So we do want to take a look at the kind of markings, how that works. So congruent angles are marked with an arc. So we can see these little arcs below. If there are more than one pair of congruent angles, then we use more than one arc to match up the corresponding angles. So in this case, we can see angle A and angle Z, well, they both have one arc, so those are congruent. Angle B and angle Y, well, they both have two arcs. And angle C and angle Z, those both have three arcs. So we literally just match up one arc to one arc, two arcs to two arcs, three arcs to three arcs. So the sides, those are marked with tick marks. If there's more than one pair of congruent segments or sides, then we use more than one tick mark, okay, to match them up. So again, if I have BC and I'm looking at XY, well, they both have one tick mark each, right? And then the next ones, I have AC and I have ZX. Well, those both have two tick marks. And then AB is our third side here, and ZY, and they both have three tick marks. So you're just matching up. Angles are marked with arcs, and sides are marked with tick marks. All right, so on this one, we're just going to match up the sides. So I have A is going to have two arcs, so that's going to match up to X, right? So I just match up the arcs to arcs, and then B, well, that has one, and I match that to the other one that has one, which is Z. And then C has three, and so does Y. So now I have those matched up. Now I can actually use this to state my congruent sides and my congruency for the triangle. You do want to be careful about the how you state these. The order does matter. It doesn't matter as much for the segments. They don't seem to be as picky about that, but I'm always a little bit more picky about it. So with this one, if I know that A is X and B is the same as Z, well, if it's AB, then it's going to be XZ. I can quite literally use that. And I can use this as well, the tick marks, because I have three tick marks to three tick marks. So I know that those match up. But I can match it up right from here, XZ. And then AC, well, AC, that's this side with one tick mark. So I'm going to match it up with the other side with one tick mark. But again, A is X and C is Y, so it's going to be XY. And then BC, that's our last side here with two tick marks. And then our last side over here with two tick marks. So, again, I can use this to go BC, so it's going to be ZY. So now when I'm labeling this, be careful about how you label it. The order matters. If you put this out of order, it will mark you wrong because you're putting it in what's called corresponding order. So it goes BCA, B corresponds to Z, C corresponds to Y, and A corresponds to X. So it has to be in that order. So it has to be in the same order that we listed up here. So Z, Y, X because B, C, A. So just be careful about that part. So, all right, so that's how you mark or identify congruent parts of congruent triangles. I hope that helped, and I will see you in the next video.